At the Partner 2025 Defense Exhibition in Belgrade, Serbia offered a compact but telling portrait of a defense industry that has chosen pragmatism over prestige. Instead of chasing headline-grabbing, high-cost systems, Serbian engineers and manufacturers showed a portfolio of layered, interoperable, and locally supported weapons designed to work together on modern battlefields dominated by drones, electromagnetic contestation, and high-tempo maneuver. The most visible item was the upgraded PASARS short-range air defense system, but the broader picture included a modernized infantry rocket launcher, an enduring trend of small precision strike drones, a purpose-built short-range anti-drone missile, and a new tactical loitering munition system. Read together: PASARS, the OSA-2 launcher, the Komarac 2 AFPV strike drone, the M-4/BR for interceptor, and the SM-2 loitering munition reveal a deliberately layered approach: radar and jamming, gun and missiles, reusable and disposable munitions, and manned-unmanned teaming, all combined to give frontline formations a mix of hard-kill and soft-kill options that are affordable, mobile, and resilient to electronic attack. The PASARS evolution is emblematic of Serbia's approach to short-range air defense: take an established, serviceable architecture and add contemporary sensors, electronic warfare, and modular effectors so that one vehicle can present multiple response options to low-altitude threats. Built on high-mobility FAP 6x6 truck chassis, both the FAP 2228 and the modernized FAP 2026, PASARS keeps the 40mm L/70 Bofors autocannon at its core while expanding missile compatibility to include the Strela family, the Mistral 3 Plus, RLN 1C derivatives, and even the Maliutka 2T5 anti-tank missile. The upgraded demonstrator shown at Partner 2025 paired the autocannon with the RPS-42 hemispheric radar and a counter-UAV jammer operating across 400 to 6,000 MHz, while an alternative configuration mounted a 4-tube silo for Strela 2M missiles. That combination matters. The radar pushes detection and tracking ranges out to the tens of kilometers and up to altitudes of 10,000 meters, while the jammer offers a non-kinetic means to defeat or at least disrupt swarms of small unmanned aircraft. When combined with kinetic options, the rapid-fire Bofors for close-in engagements and short to medium-range missiles for higher-value threats, PASARS becomes a self-contained layer in a wider air defense architecture, able to protect columns on the move or fixed positions against helicopters, cruise missiles, loitering munitions, and UAVs. The decision to retain and modernize the Bofors gun is sensible rather than sentimental. Autocannons remain one of the most cost-effective counters to small drones and aerial targets that lack large radar cross-sections. Serbia's airburst programmable ammunition, filled with tungsten pellets, converts each shell into a miniature shotgun blast that can saturate a small UAV's flight path and defeat precision-guided munitions in the terminal phase. With a theoretical cyclic rate of roughly 300 rounds per minute and effective engagement ranges out to approximately 3,700 meters, the cannon provides an immediate, magazine-fed response, while day-night optical sights and an improved double-row magazine increase practical lethality. The gun's high angular tracking speeds, unlimited traverse, and elevation to plus 90 degrees mean it can prosecute high-angle, diving, or hovering threats with minimal blind spots, critical when low-speed quadcopters and fast loitering munitions mix in the same threat environment. Missiles broaden PASARS' envelope. Strela 2M provides a proven, short-range infrared seeker option. The Strela 2MA modernization adds dual-mode passive guidance and proximity fusing to reduce reliance on perfect tail-chase geometry. The Mistral 3 Plus brings a higher tier of capability with fire-and-forget guidance, roughly an 8 km interception range and a ceiling near 6 km, useful against faster, more maneuvering targets at standoff distances. Then there is the unusual but tactically sensible inclusion of the Maliutka 2T5 anti-tank guided missile, which gives a PASARS vehicle a secondary anti-armor role, with a tandem-shaped charge able to defeat roughly 1,000 mm of rolled homogeneous armor behind explosive reactive armor. Malietka converts a short-range air defense truck into a multi-role asset that can support combined arms operations where both aerial and ground threats coexist. This willingness to mix effectors, guns, short-range manpads, higher-quality fire-and-forget missiles, and ATGMs, shows an operational mindset that prizes flexibility and local sustainment over single-mission optimization. Mobility and integration are equally important. At about 17 tons, with a crew of 3, an armored cabin meeting Stanag 4569 Level 1, and a top road speed near 100 km per hour, PASARS can keep up with mechanized columns and rapidly reposition to meet shifting threats. Its digital radios and GPS allow it to plug into higher echelon command and control nets, but it also retains an independent fight mode, converting from march to combat posture in roughly 2 minutes. The RPS-42 radar, part of RADA's multi-mission hemispheric radar family, provides hemispheric situational awareness while counter-UAV jammers give commanders a choice: conserve missiles for high-value targets and use jamming or gunfire against cheaper drones, or escalate to missile engagement when required. That choice architecture is central to modern layered defense thinking and represents an operationally mature stance for a relatively small defense industrial base. If PASARS addresses the mid-tier problem of protecting forces and installations at short range, the updated OSA-2 launcher tackles a different but related one. Infantry need affordable, reusable, and increasingly precise anti-armor and breaching weapons that can be employed in urban and complex terrain without the logistics burden of heavy missile systems. The OSA-2 keeps the legacy 90mm family but adds an onboard ballistic computer, day/night sighting, a laser rangefinder, and a compact fire control module that calculates corrected aiming points. That seemingly modest upgrade materially increases first-shot hit probability, vital in urban engagements where exposure time is short. The launcher remains multi-use and accepts containerized rocket rounds. These include SATR anti-tank rounds, CR multipurpose warheads, TBR thermobaric rockets for room and bunker clearance, and notably the GATR guided anti-tank rocket that bridges the gap between unguided projectiles and expensive, heavyweight guided missile systems. By giving infantry the option to escalate from unguided rockets to guided warheads without changing launch platforms, OSA-2 preserves training and logistics commonality while delivering capability at multiple ranges and against different target sets. OSA-2 also illustrates Serbia's emphasis on unmanned teaming. The launcher is presented as compatible with Milo's unmanned ground vehicles and the Abad drone family. In practice, this can mean a Milo's UGV, remotely operated, can occupy a lethal firing position without risk to crew, or a drone can ferry reload containers forward to remote firing teams. That kind of distributed lethality, human crews retaining the ability to intervene while unmanned systems extend reach and survivability, fits the broader ecosystem the Serbian industry is promoting and mirrors trends seen in other militaries that value attritable, networked assets. The Komarac 2 AFPV strike drone complements these kinetic and non-kinetic defensive systems by providing a low-cost, operator-guided precision strike option for short-range engagements. Unlike many UAS that rely on RF data links and GPS guidance, Komarac 2A is designed to operate over an optical link, feeding live video to a ground operator who can steer the platform manually into the terminal phase. That design choice trades endurance for resilience. Optical control is far less vulnerable to conventional RF jamming and makes the drone suited for contested close-in work where electronic warfare is expected. The Komarac 2A carries a KPBG OSAM-79 derived 90mm shaped charge warhead with a fragmentation jacket, about 2.2 kilograms of explosive and a claimed penetration of at least 400 mm of armor, making it effective against light vehicles, fortifications, and personnel. With an operational radius of up to 5 kilometers and a minimum strike flight time measured in minutes, the platform is designed for rapid reaction at the forward edge, where a human in the loop can exploit fleeting target opportunities. Komarac's coupling of an old, proven munition with new delivery methods shows a pattern: reuse and adapt rather than reinvent. That pragmatic engineering allows cheaper procurement, simpler logistics, and a faster learning curve for operators familiar with the OSA family. It also drives home the point that, in a tactical environment crowded with small aerial threats, attack drones are inexpensive multipliers. They can threaten logistics nodes, soft-skinned vehicles, checkpoint crews, or rear area convoys. Defending against them therefore requires the same layered philosophy: PASARS for area defense, M-4 for close-in interception, guns for local protection, and electronic warfare for disruption. The M-4, or BR-4, missile is Serbia's explicit attempt to close the innermost defensive ring against swarming small UAS and loitering munitions. Designed as a short-range interceptor with about a 4-kilometer engagement envelope, a maximum speed around 700 meters per second and a total mass of roughly 4 kilograms, the M-4 is light, fast and purpose-built for the modern problem: how to deny cheap airborne weapons their effect without wasting expensive interceptors. Its 1-kilogram warhead is fitted with both impact and laser proximity fuses, and guidance is by radio command assisted by a bispectral infrared sight that helps maintain lock and accuracy in a jamming environment. The system's small physical footprint means it can be deployed on light posts, vehicle mounts, or integrated into mobile anti-aircraft vehicles, providing tactical commanders with a scalable, replenishable layer of active defense. In doctrinal terms, the M-4 is a sensible complement to PASARS, where the larger vehicle preserves heavier missiles and the Bofors cannon for designated corridors and immediate threats. M-4 gives units a quick reaction option to deal with fast, small targets at close ranges. Beyond active defense and short-range strike, Serbia also showed how it intends to project tactical strike capacity further into the battle space with the SM-2 loitering munition. SM-2 sits on the longer end of the tactical loitering munition spectrum, with a wingspan of 4.52 meters, a maximum takeoff weight near 70 kilograms, a 23 kilograms payload capacity and endurance around 2 hours. It is designed to patrol target areas for extended periods and strike fleeting opportunities at distances on the order of hundreds of kilometers. The manufacturer's figures suggest a range of about 250 kilometers, a cruising speed near 115 kilometers per hour, and an operational ceiling around 2,400 meters. The propulsion is a two-stroke internal combustion engine and navigation rides on GNSS. SM-2 is launched from a pneumatic trailer-mounted launcher towed by a Zastava NTV, with a FAP-2228 logistics vehicle carrying containerized reloads, 2 containers of 8 air vehicles each, so a single logistic truck can support multiple launcher sorties. That emphasis on containerized reloads and trailer mobility means SM-2 is intended for use in fast-moving operations, where commander-directed strikes and persistent overwatch combine to shape the tactical picture behind the front. SM-2's design choices underline its intended role. Its payload and warhead type are geared toward personnel and lightly armored vehicles rather than hardened targets, but its endurance and range allow commanders to hold larger areas under surveillance and strike when targets present themselves. This is a qualitative shift from the short-reach FPV drones, whereas Komarac 2A is about immediate, line-of-sight hits at the forward edge. SM-2 is about reach and time on target, enabling patrol and strike over a broader area. That versatility is valuable to formations that must balance protection of logistics, interdiction of light convoys, and suppression of enemy maneuver without risking manned aircraft. Taken together, the suite of systems shown at Partner 2025 points to a doctrine of pragmatic sufficiency, defense capabilities that are affordable, interoperable, and designed to be field-reparable and locally sustained. Serbia's industrial partnerships, between the Military Technical Institute, Yugoimport SDPR, FAP, Zastava Tervo, Prava Petaletka, Serboauto and specialized firms like Teleoptic Zuroscopy, have produced an ecosystem in which guns, missiles, radars, jammers, drones and launchers are not isolated products but components that can be mixed and matched to meet mission needs. The net effect is a toolkit for authorities who must protect forces and critical infrastructure from an increasingly diverse set of aerial threats while working within budgetary and political constraints. Of course, these systems are not silver bullets. All are vulnerable to high-end electronic warfare, sophisticated decoys, and concerted kinetic suppression. Loitering munitions relying on GNSS can be degraded by navigation jamming, FPV drones can be blinded by obscurance, and cheap drones can be fielded in numbers sufficient to saturate local defenses if not countered with combined tactics. Nevertheless, Serbia's portfolio demonstrates an understanding of those limitations and attempts to build mitigations into the design, passive optical links and manual guidance for FPV systems, jammers and passive sensing on PASARS, containerized reloads for repeatability, and modularity so that new seekers, warheads or countermeasures can be integrated as threats evolve. For regional customers and for armies seeking cost-effective ways to harden their tactical formations, the message at Partner 2025 was clear: layered, mobile, and locally supported systems may not win prestige contests, but they will increase survivability and buy time, precious commodities on modern battlefields.